Water pollution refers to the contamination of water bodies such as rivers, lakes, oceans, and groundwater by harmful substances or pollutants. This contamination makes the water harmful to humans, animals, plants, and ecosystems. There are several types of water pollution. 1. Chemical pollution, caused by industrial waste, agricultural runoff, pesticides, fertilizers, and household chemicals. This includes heavy metals, toxins, and hazardous chemicals that enter water sources. 2. Microbiological pollution, bacteria, viruses, and parasites can enter water sources from sewage, agricultural runoff, or contaminated wildlife, causing diseases in humans and animals. 3. Thermal pollution, discharge of hot water from factories or power plants can raise water temperatures, affecting aquatic life by reducing oxygen levels in the water. 4. Plastic pollution, plastics, including microplastics, enter water bodies from waste, posing significant risks to marine life and ecosystems. 5. Nutrient pollution, eutrophication, excessive nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus from fertilizers enter water bodies, leading to algal blooms, oxygen depletion, and the destruction of aquatic life. Water pollution poses serious health risks and environmental challenges. It impacts biodiversity, human health, and economies, as clean water becomes scarce and costly to purify. Efforts to address water pollution involve better waste management, stricter regulations, and sustainable agricultural practices. Water pollution is caused by a variety of human activities and natural factors, leading to the contamination of water bodies such as rivers, lakes, oceans, and groundwater. One significant cause is industrial waste, where factories discharge toxic chemicals and heavy metals like lead and mercury into water sources. Similarly, agricultural runoff from excessive use of fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides pollutes nearby rivers and lakes, causing nutrient pollution and harming aquatic ecosystems. Another major source is sewage and wastewater, where untreated or poorly treated water from households and industries introduces harmful bacteria, viruses, and chemicals into the water. Plastic waste also contributes significantly, as improper disposal of plastics leads to plastic pollution, which harms marine life. Oil spills, often from ships or offshore drilling, release large quantities of oil into the ocean, devastating marine ecosystems. Mining activities introduce toxic chemicals and waste into nearby water sources, further contaminating groundwater. Additionally, household waste and marine dumping of non-biodegradable products and chemicals directly into water bodies worsen the pollution. Deforestation and soil erosion contribute to water pollution by increasing sediment levels in water bodies, clogging waterways, and affecting water quality. Finally, pollutants released into the atmosphere, such as from factories and vehicles, can fall back to Earth through atmospheric deposition, leading to contamination through acid rain. These combined factors make water pollution a global environmental challenge that threatens both human health and ecosystems. Water pollution has significant and far-reaching effects on both ecosystems and human health. One of the most severe impacts is on aquatic ecosystems, where pollutants like chemicals, heavy metals, and plastics harm or kill aquatic organisms, disrupt food chains, reduce biodiversity, and destroy critical habitats such as coral reefs and wetlands. Excessive nutrients, particularly from fertilizers, result in a process known as eutrophication, where algal blooms deplete oxygen in water bodies, creating dead zones that cannot support life. Human health is also deeply affected by water pollution. Contaminants such as chemicals, pesticides, and pathogens can enter drinking water supplies, leading to serious health issues, including gastrointestinal illnesses, neurological disorders, and reproductive problems. Prolonged exposure to toxic chemicals in polluted water sources can lead to chronic diseases, such as cancer and organ damage. Waterborne diseases, including cholera and dysentery, are common in areas with polluted water. In addition to its environmental and health impacts, water pollution has economic consequences. Industries that depend on clean water, such as fishing, tourism, and agriculture, suffer losses due to degraded water quality. The costs of water treatment, pollution cleanup, and healthcare also place a burden on economies. Furthermore, pollutants can accumulate in the tissues of aquatic organisms, a process called bioaccumulation, which becomes more concentrated higher in the food chain, posing risks to both wildlife and humans who consume contaminated seafood. Finally, water pollution can disrupt natural water cycles, altering evaporation and precipitation patterns, which may contribute to broader climate change effects. Given these profound consequences, addressing water pollution is essential for safeguarding ecosystems, public health, and sustainable economic development. Preventing water pollution requires a combination of personal actions, community efforts, and policy measures. Key strategies include 1. Proper waste disposal. Avoid dumping household chemicals, oils, and medicines down drains or toilets. Use designated waste disposal services for hazardous materials. 2. Reduce plastic use. Limiting the use of single-use plastics and ensuring proper recycling helps prevent plastic pollution in water bodies. 3. Sustainable agriculture practices. Farmers can reduce water pollution by using natural fertilizers, limiting pesticide use, and employing techniques that prevent runoff, such as contour farming and buffer strips. For wastewater treatment, upgrading and maintaining sewage and wastewater treatment plants can reduce the release of untreated or poorly treated wastewater into rivers, lakes, and oceans. 5. Green infrastructure. Communities can implement green infrastructure like rain gardens, permeable pavements, and wetlands to filter pollutants from stormwater before it reaches natural water bodies. 6. Reduce industrial pollution. Enforcing strict regulations on industrial waste disposal and promoting cleaner production technologies help limit the discharge of harmful chemicals into waterways. 7. Public awareness. Educating the public on the causes and effects of water pollution encourages more responsible behavior, such as conserving water and reducing pollutant use. 8. Government policies and regulations. Governments should enforce laws that regulate water quality, penalize polluters, and set standards for clean water to ensure companies and individuals follow best practices. By combining these efforts, we can significantly reduce water pollution and protect water resources for future generations.